7 passive income ideas that make at least $1,000 a month. We are going to head back into the war room today to walk you through what some of these different angles are, how you can utilize them, even if you're an absolute beginner, even if you are broke. These different income streams that you're about to discover, I'm going to be showing you exactly how we did it. In fact, some of these income streams that you're about to discover are income streams that literally has done us millions of dollars. I'm going to be showing you exactly how it's all possible, and I'm going to utilize this whiteboard over here. So let's begin with what number 1 is. I'm going to call it affiliate marketing, but the key word here is to focus on recurring. Ultimately, what you're about to discover is how I became one of the top affiliates promoting other people's stuff. Okay, so now I'm in a dashboard, and you'll realize the key here is the word recurring. Now you notice that on the top left hand side here, it says MRR, monthly recurring revenue. First of all, what if there are softwares and subscriptions and membership sites that would actually pay you every single month as long as this person that you referred continues being a member? And guess what? In the online world, it's extremely common that these companies will actually pay you every single month as long as they continue being a member. So your first option to build up a passive income is to first build up and promote products that is recurring in nature. Okay, so literally this is how I became one of the top affiliates. I'll talk about how that works as well. So the key here to understand is because you are promoting something that's recurring, the reason why it's passive is because you don't have to make these new sales every single month. So if the goal here is to make $1,000, which I believe is extremely realistic, and that means if you promote a product that say pays you $50 a month, in total you need to have 20 active members. So that means if you promote a product, as long as this person continues being a member, that's how you build a $1,000 income stream. So if you take a look at this example over here, the reason why I can build up a passive income stream where this company pays me $67,000 a month is because I'm promoting something that is recurring as an affiliate, which means I didn't code this software, I didn't think about the idea, I'm not doing the customer support, I'm not doing the marketing of it. I'm just referring people that utilize this software, and as a result of that, this company pays me every single month. And we promote only products that we actually use, and what if you can do the same for your market and for your industry? Now, before I move to number 2, whenever I talk about passive income, 1% of people would say is, they'll say,
well, Peng Joon, that isn't really passive. That required work, and all the kind of work that's involved makes it not passive income.
Let me just say this about passive income and clear things up once and for all. In order to create a passive income stream, you need to have 2 things, right? It's either you invest money up front, so it's like putting up a huge capital for stocks, and then make a percentage or return or dividend or interest on that asset because of the capital that you've invested in. The second way to create passive income is through your time, by building up this asset that will work for you so that you can get recurring passive income. Not by using capital, which is money from your pocket, but rather utilizing and building up an asset so that it makes money and has returns for you from your time. And that brings us to number 2. Right now, what am I doing? This is for a YouTube video. Now, ultimately, what is the long-term game for me? It is to build up value so that you guys are watching my videos, so I'm establishing a relationship with you guys, so that eventually you might decide to work with me. And even if you don't, guess what? Number 2 is where a person could monetize utilizing YouTube ads. Now, if you know my business model, this is actually not a focus of mine at all. I think just about 3 weeks ago, we released a video talking about exactly how much I make from 50,000 YouTube subscribers. If you want to have the full breakdown, be sure to watch that video. I'll put that in the YouTube description. But ultimately, this would be the second income stream that can help you make $1,000 a month. Now, to make $1,000 a month through YouTube ads, is not about the amount of subscribers that you have, but it is based upon your views. It's all about retention. It is about time watched, because YouTube's goal ultimately is to keep someone on their platform for all eternity. So if you can help them do that, that is when they can run ads, that's when they can take money from the advertiser and do a profit share with you. It just comes down to what is your CPM. Your CPM will depend largely based on the niche you're in. Let's say toys, and you talk about toy reviews and you are catering to a younger crowd and to the kids crowd. So usually if you are in a marketplace like that, the CPM is usually less, and the reason for that is because you are targeting a crowd that might not necessarily have money, and therefore your CPM would be lower. So your CPM for like a kiddie market or to a market that may not necessarily have money might be on the lower $1 CPM. However, anything to do with money or real estate or investing, then that can be like up to $10. If your CPM is about approximately $3, a video that has got 1 million views, you would make about 3,000. So that means if you wanted to make $1,000 a month, it would be approximately 333,000 views. As I am talking about these different avenues, I'm going to not just give you the different ideas and concepts and ask you to choose one and implement one, but I'm going to walk you through how we've been doing it and how you can do it as well. Understand that you want to create videos on YouTube that is keyword rich, meaning to say these are based upon things that people are doing searches on Google, so that if it's optimized based on the keywords that people are doing searches on, Google will recommend your video as the YouTube video when people do that Google search. So the way you get more view count is to start creating videos that is discoverable. Now, because it's going to be based upon search and something that's keyword rich, guess what? This video is going to be online, evergreen, for a really long time, and that is how I start building this asset that snowballs over time when I've got many of these videos working simultaneously for me. Number 3 is on membership sites. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit back over here. If you watch my videos in the past, you'll see that a big part of our business model is in selling recurring subscriptions. Over here, we have about 1,342 members that's in our $97 per month subscription that's paid for it. And the way we did that was through a free plus shipping sales process. Now, I don't want to go deep into this because there are other related videos. I'll put that video here as well, where I talked about how I made over $1 million giving away free stuff. That's the reference. You can watch that video if membership sites is something you've always wanted to do. But how we got over 1,000 people paying $97 a month was through this thing called free plus shipping, okay? The only reason why I'm showing you this is to hopefully inspire you that $1,000 is extremely realistic. And the reason why I say that is because for me personally, 15 years ago, I would have found this hard to believe, that it's possible to make $1,000 in passive income from membership sites. But understand that it's still a drop in the bucket of what's really possible. And very similar to the first example, promoting somebody else's product. Now the difference here is this is your product. Okay, so you keep 100% of it all. So the way you start thinking about this is, can you create some sort of done for you where every single month you send them some sort of asset or tool or template or what's working now? Can it be coaching? Could it be a software that they pay every single month, and if they stop paying, they lose access to it? To start giving you the idea, and most importantly, committing to one. $1,000 a month might not be a lot, but $1,000 extra a month can be the difference between a struggling life and a comfortable life. So start thinking about which one resonates most with you, but most importantly, start committing to one. And that brings us to number 4, to do shoutouts. Now, in one of the previous videos that I talked about how much I made after hitting 1 million Instagram followers. But ultimately, one of the easiest ways to monetize, it's the worst way, but it's the easiest way, is to sell shoutouts. Whatever it is on Instagram, you're gonna build up a niche specific Instagram page. And what you're gonna do is, once you have a decent following, that is when you can start selling shoutouts. And of course, it depends on your following as well as your engagements. But let's say you build up a theme page for niche name, okay? And now you sell these shoutouts at a very realistic $50. You're gonna tag someone and say, follow so-and-so for more details, for more of these type of products, for inspiration, for motivation, right? You're just gonna tag that person or that product or that business. And if you can charge $50 for it, it means that you'll need to have 20 shoutouts a month to make $1,000. You're probably thinking, but how do I find these people in niche name that would be interested in these shoutouts? So there are many third-party sites out there like Shoutcart, where you can register as a theme page owner, where marketers and business owners and entrepreneurs would go to these third-party sites and buy the shout-outs direct from these third-party sites. Know that as you build up a bigger following, you'll be able to start charging more. But that is your fourth way to build up $1,000 per month income stream. Next one would be number 5. Well, number 5 is one of the things we've been doing all the time. Take a look at all these things here. What are all these things? These are all the different courses. Okay, so if you take a look at this evolution of stuff that's on display, ultimately, number 5 is all about taking what it is that you know, your knowledge, your life experience, and then turning that into a digital asset that works for you for a really long time. Number 5 is a course. For me personally, if you know my story, it all started off in the World of Warcraft niche, where ultimately what I did was I took what I did in terms of understanding how to make more gold in World of Warcraft, and I started teaching people how to do that in the form of ebooks. First of all, you gotta ask yourself the question of, do you actually believe that what you know, your knowledge, your life experience, if packaged and positioned correctly, can it be used for good? Can you actually utilize it to help someone else to either make more money, have more time, to be happier, better at relationships, to be more effective, more productive, better at a certain skill set? Can you help them save 10 years on the learning curve so that they don't have to make the mistakes that you made in your journey? If the answer is yes, wouldn't you agree that it would be in your moral obligation to be good at selling this course that will help them save 10 years on the learning curve? So let's say for me, my first product in World of Warcraft was $37. So same thing here. If you wanted to, give or take, make $1,000 a month, it would be 30 sales a month. Start really thinking about which one resonates most with you. That brings us to number 6, utilizing Amazon. So one of the easiest gateways to the online marketing world is literally to promote an Amazon product. Now, most of the time, people's concern and worries are things like, oh, but I don't have a product. I don't understand, shipping and fulfillment and warehousing and product creation and customer support. I don't do all that. What if you could promote Amazon stuff and you make 1% to about 10% of all the sales that you refer to when people buy on Amazon? You could be reviewing things like this. Okay, you could be reviewing laptops, iPhones, tech. It could be supplements. It could be camera gear. So can you imagine if over here, you started out a channel talking about camera gear and the right lens to use and the lighting and I don't know, the different equipment, right? So I'm not a tech guy. So can you imagine that as you're talking about this, you're creating keyword-rich content. So now it's searchable, it's optimized, it's based upon what people are searching for. I'm monetizing through YouTube ads, but now at the same time, in that video, what could I be doing? At the end of that YouTube video, it could be, hey guys, and that's literally my take on the Sony camera Alpha 7S. And if you are interested in ordering one as well, I actually left a link where you can order this directly from Amazon. So go ahead and click on this link. I'm now creating an asset that doubles down on 2 different income streams. on not just YouTube ads, but also Amazon as well. So I start asking yourself, can you actually do this? In fact, don't ask yourself if you can do it. You definitely can do it. It's just how. And finally, the last one is one of my favorites, but it is by being a self-published author. Okay? And for me personally, being a self-published author, this itself is like a whole 4-hour training. But to give you this first insight, and I've got many other videos that talk about how to publish a book. I'll leave that in the YouTube description as well. But ultimately, to become a self-published author, the best way is to write your book without writing a word. Okay, now what do I mean by that? The thing that stopped me for a really long time is I tried to write the book myself. The best way to become a self-published author is to get somebody who's actually good at writing. And what you want to do is you want to be able to hire these ghostwriters, these editors, and chances are you want to just speak your book so that you can utilize that book either as an income stream on Amazon, as a branding tool, or as a free plus shipping offer. This is how we get paid, not utilizing the traditional way of royalties on Amazon, but rather utilizing it as a tool to fuel our sales process. I want you to start noticing that actually a lot of them, they're all interlinked with each other. So to kind of put it down into one framework, if you were to take all 7 of them, here's how you really maximize and have everything working with synergy with one another, okay? Now, before I walk you through what these boxes mean, if you like this video so far, let me know in the comments what your biggest takeaway is. As you probably know, we're giving away $100 for random people who just comment. Let me know which one resonates most with you. And most importantly, be sure to smash the like button and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. Okay, so let's talk about what that would look like. So can you imagine right now if you started applying and implementing what I showed you here? So what do you do? Nobody knows who you are, not an expert, and you create your first YouTube video of which it looks absolutely horrible. You look weird, you feel awkward. Regardless of how you feel, you keep putting these videos out that nobody's watching anyway. And you realize that out of your first 100 videos, maybe 5 of them take off. And you realize there are different angles, different hooks, and different things that resonates with your audience. And you start posting them on Facebook, on Instagram, okay, and you start multiplying that content. So that way, now you are building up that Instagram following. Eventually, Instagram, remember, you could be selling shoutouts. That's how you monetize. Okay, YouTube is where eventually you're building up a following, you're utilizing ads. But ultimately, what's happening as well? You're building up a following and you're sending people somewhere. This could be you selling your book. It could be you selling nothing at all, but literally selling other people's products as an affiliate. And if you want to get recurring, you promote some sort of software or subscription or membership site as an affiliate. Look, I get it. It sounds like it's some get-rich-quick thing, but that's why it takes work, right? And sometimes when I say it takes work, oh, then it's not passive income. I mean, what do you expect passive income to be? To be just sitting down with your arms, legs crossed, holding hands with each other in a circle, singing Kumbaya or something, and then money falls down. That's not what passive income is, okay? Passive income requires you to do work at the start, and then after that, that's when you get a payoff. So that's pretty much it. Let me know in the comments below what your biggest takeaway is, which one resonated most with you. Hope you enjoyed these 7 ways on generating passive income that will make you $1,000 a month, and I will see you in the next video.